3, 2, 1. Hey guys, Shadowlink793 here.
And we're back with another list.
Since you guys love these lists so much,
curse you, internet.
we are going to do the grand list of console role-playing role-playing game cliches, otherwise known as just grand list of RPG cliches. So let's get started with the first rule. Would you do the honors?
Number 1, the sleepyhead rule. The teenage male lead will begin the first day of the game by oversleeping, being woken up by his mother, and being reminded that he slept in so late he missed meeting his girlfriend.
Chrono Trigger comes to mind.
I haven't ran into this cliche.
Well, for me, Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross come to mind when this rule happens.
Nope.
Okay, so anyway, number 2 is no, my beloved peasant village. The hero's hometown, city, slum, or planet will usually be annihilated in a spectacular fashion before the end of the game, and often before the end of the opening scene. Final Fantasy VII comes to mind when Sephiroth destroyed Cloud's hometown.
Rest in peace, Alderaan.
Yeah, that too. Anyway, number 3.
Thinking with a wrong head, or the hero rule. No matter what she's accused of doing, or how mysterious her origins are, the hero will always be ready to fight to the death for any girl he met 3 seconds ago.
Yes, that is true.
I don't remember.
Chrono Trigger again comes to mind when you fought for Luca.
You really like Chrono Trigger, do you?
Well, it's not my fault this list is like pretty much taking everything from Chrono Trigger right now. Yeah, yes, I really do like that game. It is still one of the best RPGs out there. Even if it doesn't have the best graphics or anything, it's still
Super Mario RPG, you loser.
Okay, number 4 is the cubic zirconium rule. The aforementioned mysterious girl will be wearing a pendant that will ultimately prove to be the key to either saving the world or destroying it. Final Fantasy VII Aerith comes to mind with the white materia. And
let's see.
And again, Chrono Trigger comes to mind with Luca, or not Luca, or whatever her name was, wearing that pendant.
I'm pretty sure I ran into this cliche, but I can't remember where.
Maybe it'll come to you as you keep reading. Number 5.
Number 5, the Logan's Run rule. RPG characters are very young. The average age seems to be 15, unless the character is a decorated and battle-hardened soldier, in which case he might come home from adventuring before bedtime. By contrast, characters more than 22 years old will truthfully refer to themselves as washed-up old fogies, and be eager to make room for the younger generation.
Well, every RPG comes to mind. Every JRPG comes to mind. Persona, Final Fantasy, a lot. So, yeah, this is pretty much a decent rule. Number 6 is the single parent rule. RPG characters also with 2 living parents are also unheard of. As a general rule, male characters will only have a mother, and female characters will only have a father. The missing parent either vanished mysteriously or traumatically several years ago, or is never referred to at all. Frequently, the main character's surviving parent will also meet an awkward end just after the story begins, thus freeing him of inconvenient filial obligations. Yeah, okay.
Fable.
Yeah,
Fable comes to mind.
Okay, there we go. I can't think of anything else that would fit this rule. I'm sure there are a bunch out there. It's just a lot of RPG games. So anyway, number 7.
Some call me Tim. Okay. Good guys will only have first names, and bad guys will only have last names. Any bad guy who only has a first name will become a good guy at some point in the game. Good guys' last names may be mentioned in the manual, but they will never be referred to in the story.
Final Fantasy VII comes to mind with that rule. At no point do they ever mention Cloud's or anyone else's last name in terms of the story.
I got an exception to this rule.
What?
Mass Effect.
Okay, well.
The characters will always call your main character Shepard.
Well, yeah, because they can't call you by the name you give your character.
Exactly, but it breaks this rule.
I think this is more inclined with, Japanese. I think this rule is more inclined with JRPGs, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because JRPGs have a weird way of calling people by their names. They would do their last names.
Okay, well, anyway. Number 8 is the nominal rule. Any character who actually has a name is important in some way and must be sought out. However, if you were referred to as a part of a possessive noun, aka Chrono's mom, then you are superfluous. Superfluous. Yeah, pretty much. Anyone with a name is important. Anyone without a name is not important in an RPG. Okay. Number 9. Number 9. Okay, I'll read this one. The compulsories. There's always a fire dungeon, an ice dungeon, a sewer maze, a misty forest, a derelict ghost ship, a mine, a glowing crystal maze, an ancient temple full of traps, a magic floating castle, and a technological dungeon. Well, I think Zelda comes to mind in terms of this trope, but then again, Zelda's technically not really an RPG. But you know, I'm sure a lot of RPGs come to mind with this rule. Well, anyway, number 10.
I'm back.
Okay, number 10.
The Luddite rule, or George Lucas rule. Speaking of which, technology is inherently evil and is the exclusive province of the bad guys. They're the ones with the robots, factories, cyberpunk megalopolises, and floating battle stations, while the good guys live in small villages in peace and harmony with nature. Although somehow your guns and or heavy armed airships are exempted from this.
Yeah.
That
Technology.
Miyazaki film.
Which one? Castle.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke, because technology is evil.
Evil. Or Sonic, I guess.
Sonic. Oh yeah, Robotnik or Eggman. Yeah, the old Sonic games come to mind with that. Okay. Anyway, number 11. It's let's start from the very beginning, also known as the Una rule.
Oh hey, are you gonna get the remake remastered?
Yes. Yes, I will, because I haven't played any. I haven't played 10 or 10-2. But anyway, whenever there is a sequel to an RPG that features the same main character as the previous game, that character will always start with beginner skills. Everything that they learned in the previous game will be gone, as will all their ultra powerful weapons and equipment. You know, even though it's not an RPG, Metroid comes to mind.
Let's see. Metroid.
Yeah, why didn't
Legend of
Samus?
Zelda.
Well, Zelda I can excuse for, sometimes because it's a different Link altogether every
Super
game.
Mario. Sonic.
Yeah, why doesn't Sonic just keep the Chaos Emeralds?
Mega Man.
Yeah, that too.
And Kirby. Kirby, I think.
Kirby. Okay, anyway, number 12.
Or Little Rich Hero, or the Mice Rule. Mace Rule.
Don't know what that is, but
If the hero comes from a rich and powerful family, will have fallen on hard times and be broken and destitute by the time the game actually starts.
Yeah. I don't know when that's happened, but okay.
No. I got nothing.
Okay, number 13. The higher the hair, the closer to God. Also known as the Cloud Rule. Also known as the Dragon Ball Z Rule. The more outrageous his hairstyle, the more important the male character is to the story. Yeah, okay.
Hair cement is required.
Yugi. Your hair.
No. Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yugi.
Goku.
Goku. Wait, the higher the hair. Didn't Tristan's hair was like taller than Yugi's?
Taller, maybe.
Yeah, see? So it fits.
No, it's more outrageous the hairstyle is, though.
Still, it's higher. I don't know, freaking Tristan's haircut's kind of ridiculous, too. It's like a very pointy faux hawk.
Dude, Yugi's hairstyle is still like 3 different fucking colors.
Okay, wait, hold on, let me think. Who beats his hairstyle? Cyrus is neon blue.
Well, Cyrus is just retarded.
Or how about Chumley's? He has he has 2 buns.
Like
He looks like a koala.
Koala. Yeah, koala. That's basically what his motif was.
Koala.
He even had koala cards. Who the fuck made koala cards?
For the deck based off your favorite thing is the most dumbest thing ever.
Oh yeah, how's a superhero business going, Mr. Elemental Hero? So what a service is too. Okay, anyway. Number 14, Garrett's Principle.
Let's not mince words. You're a thief. You can walk into just about anybody's house like the door wasn't even locked. You just barged right in and started looking for stuff. You were... Wait. Oh, they did a typo. You were old neighbors as you head out back with their family heirlooms in your arm. Unfortunately, this never works in the stores.
Zelda comes to mind again.
Every single RPG, freaking from Final Fantasy to even freaking KOTOR.
So maybe Persona. I don't think Persona ever required you to steal from anyone's houses.
You're stealing from dungeons, though.
But they're not anyone's houses.
They're in chests for a reason.
Hey, number 15. Hey, I know you. You'll accumulate at least 3 of these obligatory party members. Spunky Princess, who is in love with a hero. Female mage with healing magic. Toughest Nails, female warrior who is not in love with a hero. Gasp. The achingly beautiful gothy swordsman who is riven by inner tragedy. The big, tough, angry guy who deep down is a total softie. The hero's best friend, who is actually much cooler than the hero. The grim, selfish mercenary who over the course of the game learns that it really means to care about people. The character who is actually a spy for bad guys, but is actually instantly switches to your side when you find out about it, douchebag. The weird bonus character requires a bizarre series of side quests to make them effective, and whether they can be avoided. The nauseating cute mascot who is useless in all battles. Yeah. Yep, pretty much, yeah. That's, pretty much how it is. Okay, anyway, number 16 is, hey, I know you too. The amazingly good-looking and amazingly long-haired pretty boy who may or not be the ultimate villain, Sephiroth. The villain's loyal right-hand man who comes in 2 versions of humorously incompetent or annoyingly persistent. I don't know that. The villain's attractive female henchman who is the strongest and most competent soldier in the army, but always lets the party escape because she's, yes, fall in love with the hero. Your former ally who was supposedly died was forgotten about until much later in the game when he or she shows up again on the villain's side and full of bitterness. Bitter! The irritatingly honorable foe whom you never get to kill because upon discovering the true nature of his superiors, he either nobly sacrifices himself or joins your party. The insane clown or jester who will turn out to be surprisingly difficult to subdue, Kefka. The mad scientist who will like creating mutated creatures and powerful weapons because it's fun, fuck yeah. And the adorably cute little creature or 6-year-old child who fights you and inexplicably kicks your ass, but time after time.
I'm back.
Okay. You can do number 17 then.
Okay. Hey, I know you. 3. Furthermore, expect to encounter most of the following obligatory non-player characters, or NPCs for short. The townsperson or crew member who wanders aimlessly in circles and never quite gets where he's going. The hilariously incompetent or cowardly soldiers. The NPC who has a crush on another NPC and can't quite work up the nerve to tell him or her, so instead tells every other person who wanders by about it at great length.
Yep.
A group of small children playing hide and go seek. The wise and noble captain, king, or high priest. The wise and noble captain, king, high priest, sputteringly evil second in command. Nobody, including the hero, will notice the second's constant crazed scheming until the moment when he betrays everyone to the forces of badness. The NPC who is obsessed with his completely mundane job and witters on endlessly about how great it is. He's so thrilled by it that he wants to share it with everyone he sees, so given a quarter of a chance, he'll make you do his job for him. The adult NPC who has nothing better to do than play kids' games with passerbys, or the group of young women who have formed a scarily obsessive fan club for one of your female party members?
Quistis comes to mind from Final Fantasy VIII.
I don't know about that last line.
Yeah, that's Quistis from Final Fantasy VIII. She had a fan club of women.
That's kind of cool.
The group of small children playing hide and seek. Majora's Mask definitely comes to mind with that shit.
The townspeople or crew member who wander aimlessly in circles. That is like every single Final Fantasy game I could think of.
The NPC was a crush on another NPC, but can't tell anyone else besides you. Oh yeah, that happens in a lot too.
I think that happened in a Pokemon game too.
Yeah, it happened in Dragon Age Origins. I remember that shit. You could either be a nice person and get them together, or you could be a dick and totally sleep with the one they're in love with.
Oh,
Anyway,
dick.
hey, if they give me the option to do it, I'm gonna do it at least once.
You homewrecker.
Hey, they were together. Anyway, number 18 is Chronos' complaint. The less the main character talks, the more words are put into his mouth, and therefore the more trouble he gets into, though no fault of his own. Yeah, Link gets into this a lot too.
That's weird. I thought it'd be under a different rule called the silent protagonist.
Well, I guess Chronos is the most famous silent protagonist when it comes to JRPGs. I'm not sure though. Okay, number 19.
Number 19, silly squall, bring a sword to a gunfight? Okay, no matter what time frame the game is set in, past, present, or future, the main hero and his antagonist will both use a sword for a weapon. Therefore, you can identify your antagonist pretty easily right from the start of the game just by looking for the other guy who uses a sword. These swords will be far more powerful than any gun and often capable of any of distant attacks.
Final Fantasy VII.
Hell, even Squall's name is in this rule, people.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay, sword to a gunfight.
But it's a gun blade.
But it's a sword. He uses it as a sword.
Okay. So anyway, number 20 is just nod your head and smile.
Wave to the camera.
And no matter how big that big ass sword is, you won't stand out in the crowd. Nobody ever crosses the street to avoid you, or it seems to be especially shocked or alarmed when a heavily armed gang bursts into their house during dinner, rummages through their possessions, and demands to know if they've seen a black cape man. People can get used to anything apparently. Yeah, the people in RPGs are desensitized to this kind of thing. Anyway, number 21.
The Eris Corollary. Just as the main character will always use a sword or a variant of a sword, the main female character will always use a rod or a staff of some sort.
I think so, yeah.
No, I got nothing.
I don't have anything either. Anyway, number 22 is the MacGyver rule. Other than the preferred protagonist, your choice of weapons is not limited to the prosaic guns, clubs, or swords. Given the appropriate skills, you can cut a bloody swath across the continent using gloves, combs, umbrellas, megaphones, dictionaries, kitchen tablets, you name it. You can kill with it. Even better, no matter how surreal your choice of armament, every store you pass will just happen to stock an even better model of it for a very reasonable price. Who else is running around the world killing people with an umbrella?
Persona.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, Persona 4.
You get to hit people with golf clubs and folding chairs and shields and a fan and
All this other crap.
that's it.
Yeah. Okay, number 23.
Number 23. Oh brother, where art thou? Or the Malphite's rule. If the male hero has an older sibling, the sibling will also be male and will turn out to be one of the major villains. If the hero has a younger sibling, the sibling will be female and will be kidnapped and held hostage by the villains. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Mother 3, or Earthbound 3.
Yeah.
Fable. No one died. Metal Gear no, not Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
Well, technically, but like they're identical twin clone. Forget it. You know where I'm going with, right?
Yeah, I think I know where you're going.
Technically, but like it's kind of complicated. Actually, no, whatever.
Liquid.
Shut up. Hold on, I got one more. Give me a second.
Okay.
Dragon Age 2. No, wait. No, that doesn't work out. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, well, anyway. 24. Capitalism is a harsh mistress. Once you sell something to a shopkeeper, he instantly sells it to somebody else, and you will never see the item again, no matter what.
That's BS, because I'm pretty sure buyback is an option now.
Well, nowadays, yeah. Thank God.
I mean, like, I'll unless it's like trash or like some things that have like no practical uses and just for coin, then yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, but what if it's an item you sold just to get money and you wanted to buy it back again later when you had the money?
Well, tough luck, Nutterbutt.
Like, why did you sell it? I needed that shit.
I accidentally pressed the X button, I'm sorry.
No. Anyway, number 25.
Dimensional transcendence principle. Buildings are much, much larger on the inside than on the outside, and that doesn't even count the secret maze of tunnels behind the clock in the basement.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense because, like, you could argue that it's underground.
True. Very true. Well, anyway.
Like, dungeons are like a freaking thing. Like, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker had like an entire small island that had like the biggest dungeon ever.
True. Very true. Okay, so, well, anyway, number 26 is the local control rule. Although the boss monster terrorizing the first city in the game is less powerful than non-boss monsters that are only casual due to cities later in the game, nobody from the first city ever thinks of hitting a few mercenaries from later cities to kill the monster.
Hiring, not hitting.
Oh, hiring. Hitting. Okay.
That's why you have like the message board for people to deal with it.
True.
And like there's a city guard unless like the city guard's incompetent. Or if we're talking about like a small village with no security whatsoever, then that's bad.
True. Okay, well, anyway, number 27.
Nostradamus rule. All legends are 100% accurate. All rumors are entirely factual. All prophecies will come true, and not just someday, but almost immediately.
Yes, definitely.
Did Avatar The Last Airbender count?
I'm sure, let's go with that. Yeah, that's pretty much every RPG in a nutshell. Number 28 is IDKFA. The basic ammunition for any firearms your character have is either unlimited or very, very easy to attain. This will apply even if firearms are extremely rare.
Doom, Halo series, Call of Duty, Titanfall that just came out,
Devil
Medal
May
of Honor,
Cry.
Batman.
Yeah.
10 points for anyone in the comment section that knows what IDKFA means.
Do you know what it means?
Yes, but I want to leave it to the people on the internet to tell you.
Okay, well, yeah, put it in the comments. This will test our audience here.
Serious Sam is also a game.
Okay. Number 29.
The indestructible weapon rule. No matter how many times you use that sword to strike armored targets or fire that gun on full auto mode, it will never break, jam, or need any form of maintenance unless it is critical to the end, to the story that the weapon breaks, jams, or needs maintenance.
Well, Fire Emblem always has a set amount of times you could use a weapon before it breaks, but in Awakening there is a special weapon that can be used in a limited amount of times, which is kind of broken.
Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas is an exception to the rule because they have weapon degradation. Legend of Zelda is an example of this rule because none of that stuff ever breaks. Super Mario is an example of the rule because none of his... Wait. Does he use things? No, Super Mario RPG, none of his hammer doesn't break.
His hammer doesn't break.
Pac-Man, he doesn't... No, wait, no, he doesn't use items. Bomberman, no, wait, no, that can go away if he does. Kirby, no, wait, he can change it. Crash Bandicoot, no, wait. Oh, I got it. Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
None of his weapons ever break. It would have been hilarious if it did.
Never ever.
Never ever. Like the gravity boots. One of 50 weapons not made for this world.
Whoa.
Or the Sheepinator.
The Sheepinator. Okay. Okay, so anyway, number 30 is selective paralysis. Your characters must always keep both feet on the ground and will be unable to climb over low rock ledges, railings, cars, cats, whatevers, and happen to be in their way. Note that this condition will not prevent your characters from jumping from railroad car to railroad car later in the game. Okay?
Nah. There's a couple of exceptions, like the later Final Fantasies kind of broke that rule. Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, Super Mario Brothers break this rule.
Yeah.
Pac-Man follows this rule.
Pac-Man.
Bomberman follows that rule. The early Final Fantasies have to follow that rule.
Okay, well, anyway. Number 31.
Bed, bed, bed. A good night's sleep will cure all wounds, diseases, and disabilities up to and including death in battle.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. For Pokemon, you just gotta go to a Pokemon Center. You'll always heal yourself.
That's on a bed, though.
Oh, true.
It's not even a good night's sleep. He whites out, not blacks out.
Well, Final Fantasy 1, you could just go to an inn and sleep, and then you're healed.
No. You could. 7 did that too.
Okay, just say Final Fantasy in general.
Almost.
Well.
Fallout does that. Like if you're hella radiated sickness, just sleep it off.
Okay, anyway. Number 32. You can't kill me. I quit. The cipher rule. The good guys never seem to get the hang of actually arresting or killing the bad guys. Minor villains are always permitted to go free so they can rest up a minute to again later. Sometimes 5 minutes later. Knowing this rule, you can deduce that if you do manage to kill or force the surrender of a bad guy, you must be getting near the end of the game. Okay.
I don't know. Nope, I haven't seen that rule.
No. I probably haven't either. Number 33.
And now you die, Mr. Bond, or the Beatrix rule. Fortunately for you, the previous rule also applies in reverse. Rather than kill you when they have you at their mercy, the villains will settle for merely blasting you down to like 1 HP, leaving you in a crumpled heap while they stroll off, laughing. This is, of course, because they're already planning ahead how they'll manipulate you into doing their bidding later in the game. See, way to go, Surge.
There must be a rule later down the list. And, yeah, that's pretty much... If that's the case, that's a scripted event.
You mean like auto-fail? I've seen a couple of games that have auto-fail on it.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so anyways, moving on to number 34 is Zap. Most villains in RPGs possess some form of teleportation. They generally use it to materialize in front of the adventurers when they reach the obligatory legendary relic room and seize the goddess just before you can. The question is, if the bad guy can teleport anywhere, then why doesn't he just sit and grab the other fucking lead before the adventures ever even finish the nerve-wracking puzzle on the 3rd floor? Is never answered. Well, Ganon can technically teleport to anywhere Link is on in any Zelda game. He just doesn't. And even in the Super Mario Brothers or the Legend of Zelda Super Show, you can see that Ganon teleports like a fucking asshole.
No one ever watched that.
True.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, true. Anyway, number 35.
Heads I win, tails you lose, or the wrathful. Doesn't matter that you won the fight with the boss monster. The evil task he was trying to carry out will still get accomplished somehow. Really, you might as well not have bothered.
Yeah, I really hate that when games do that. Like, oh, you worked all this effort to beat this boss or beat this person, and they succeed anyway, so what the fuck?
It's like they knew they were gonna fail.
It's like they knew it was gonna happen.
So, I wonder if they expected me to shove this sword up your throat.
Probably not. Well, anyway, number 36 is the Clockwork Universe rule. No matter how hard you try to stop it, that comet or meteor will always hit the Earth. Actually, no. In Final Fantasy VII, you did actually save the world from meteor.
Or how about Majora's Mask, where you actually save the world from the moon?
Yeah. True.
That's not a cliche. I don't remember any RPGs doing that.
I'm sure there's one out there.
Just one.
I'm sure we just haven't played it. Okay. Well, anyway, number 37.
The fake ending. There will be a sequence which pretends to be the ending of the game, but obviously isn't. If for no other reason than because you're still on disc 104.
Fooled you.
You know what? That never happened to me.
It's happened to me a few times. I just can't remember what game it was. they were. I know Donkey Kong Country 1 did that. Like, when you beat K. Rool the first time, they rolled the fake credits in. And then K. Rool just got back up. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, wait, I take that back. No More Heroes did that, because I thought I was gonna die after, like, sitting on the toilet, but apparently Henry comes out of nowhere and I'm like, oh, this is the real boss fight. Cool.
And then he tells you he's your long-lost twin brother.
From Ireland. Wait. Scott? Ireland!
Somewhere.
Somewhere. Okay, honestly, that storyline didn't really make any sense, but I don't know. I just went with it.
I don't think No More Heroes is supposed to make sense.
No, it kind of makes sense.
Really? So you're telling me you actually saw the fact that he was your lost twin brother?
Now that I saw it, I can see the similarities.
Well, now that you see it, yeah, but you at no point did you think he was related to you in any way.
Okay, how about the time when you're facing off against your long-lost half-sister that you didn't know was your half-sister because you thought it was your girlfriend, but apparently you blocked that part out of your head.
There was no build-up to that plot, but anyway...
They fast-forwarded it near the end of it, too.
Yeah, seriously. Well, you can... Oh, anyone who wants to know what happens, they can just watch a slowed-down version.
Yeah, that is true. But still, that's like M. Night Shyamalan right there, twice.
What a twist!
He didn't... Wait, that isn't M. Night Shyamalan. He twisted 2 times.
Wait a minute, who worked on this game? M. Night Shyamalan!
It's been Shyamalan... It's been...
Shyamalized.
What?
Shyamalized.
Shyamalized.
There, it's a verb now.
$10 if you know where we got that movie.
Okay, anyway, number 38. You die, and we all move up in rank. During that fake ending, the true villain of the story will kill the guy you thought was the villain, just to demonstrate what a badass he is. The true villain really is, you never get to kill the fake villain yourself. Twilight Princess comes to mind. You thought Zant was the villain throughout the entire game, and then, like, oh nope, hijacked by Ganondorf.
Damn it, I thought this game was going to be original.
And nope, you're gonna fight Ganon anyway.
Nintendo.
Granted, I still decently like Twilight Princess. You actually thought they were going to use something else, someone else besides Ganondorf?
This is a remake of Ocarina of Time, why don't you?
Well, yeah, it's basically Ocarina of Time with GameCube graphics.
An adult darkness.
Anyway, number 39.
What are we going to do tonight? Vinsfeld? Whatever. The goal of every game, as revealed during the fake ending, is to save the world from an evil figure who is trying to take it over or destroy it. There is no way to escape from this horrible task, no matter whether the protagonist's goal in life is to pay off a debt, explore distant lands, or just to make time with that cute girl in the blue dress. It will be necessary for him to save the world in order to accomplish it. Take heart. Well, once the world gets sorted out, everything else will fall in place almost immediately.
Pretty much. Once you save the world, everything will be nice and peaceful.
I mean, like, come on. It's a basic save the world plot.
Exactly. Anyway, number 40 is Zelda's Axiom. Whenever somebody tells you about the 5 ancient talismans or the 9 legendary crystals or whatever, you can be quite confident that saving the world will require you to go out and find every last one of them. Yeah.
So like Dragon Balls or something like that?
Something like that. 7 sages from Ocarina of Time come to mind.
The 3 sages from Wind Waker come to mind.
That too.
The pieces of the Triforce you have to collect, that was annoying.
In Wind Waker? Yeah, I'm still collecting those bitches. Oh. Yeah, okay. 41.
The George W. Bush Geography Simplification Initiative. Every country in the world will have exactly 1 town in it, except for the country you start out in, which will have 3.
Ooh.
Kind of.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, like, Legend of Zelda doesn't really count for that one.
I guess not. Well, you're basically in Hyrule the entire time.
Technically, but like towns though.
Okay, well, anyway. Number 42 is the Folder's Guide rule. In case of your adventure, you'll visit one desert city, one port town, one mining town, one casino city, one magic city, one medieval castle gem, one clockwork city, one martial arts based community, one thieves slum, one lost city, one sci-fi utopia, and one you'll see get the chance to the caves with rocks that glow from a natural energy source, and the populated non-human characters, villages, etc. destroyed some past disaster. Okay, yeah, pretty much. You'll always see
Basic short story, you're going to see a lot of interesting towns in your adventure.
Yeah, that applies to every RPG ever. Anyway, number 43.
The Midgard Principle. The capital of the evil empire is always divided into two sections. A lower city slum filled with slaves and supporters of the rebellion, and an upper city filled with the loyal, fanatic, and corrupt aristocrats.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7.
Jade Empire, I think, did that. KOTOR 2.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was Taurus that did that. Okay, anyway, number 44 is not invented here. Trade of technology will not exist. One place in the world will have all the techno gadgets while all the others will be harvesting dirt. Fuck!
Pretty sure it's one of those Final Fantasy games.
Pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Like, actually, I think 6. 6 was kind of cool.
Okay.
So, like, you had a road in, like, a giant mech.
Okay. Well, anyway, number 45.
The law of cartographical elegance. The world map always clearly fits into a rectangular shape with no land masses that cross an edge. What?
I have no idea what that means.
Anyway, the world map always clearly fits into a rectangular shape with no land masses that cross an edge. So, like, is it talking about, like, it's talking about a map that doesn't go past the rectangular shape?
I guess.
Or, like, is it kind of like in Fire Emblem where, like, you're traveling and you get the map of the entire world?
Probably.
But the land masses cross the edges?
I guess.
Is that what it's talking about?
Pretty much. I think so.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, number 46.
This is oddly specific, I don't know.
Yeah, anyway. Number 46 is the Quien es más macho Faro rule. Every powerful character you attempt to seek aid from will insist upon testing your strength in a battle to the death. Yeah, pretty much.
The Asian guy from Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. That. Anytime.
Or like, what, how many people watch that movie?
A lot of people. The Matrix is pretty popular. Anyway, number 47.
We had to destroy the village in order to, well, you know the rest, or the Celine rule. No matter what happens, never call on the government, the church, or any other massive controlling authority for help. They'll just send a brigade of soldiers to burn your entire village to the ground.
Well, fuck.
I don't have an example for this rule.
Yeah, neither do I. 48. Zidane's Curse. Or the Dirty Pair rule. An unlucky condition in which every major city in the game will coincidentally wind up being destroyed just after the hero arrives. Well, fuck.
Isn't that like Alderaan?
Yes.
Or it was about to be Endor, technically.
It was about to be Endor. Fuck you. Oh no, the Ewoks. No.
Every city I go to is dead. Oh wait, Nipton, Fallout New Vegas. That was totally unexpected.
Oh yeah, that. Anyway, number 49.
The Mignot Line Rule. It's easy to tell which city, nation is the next conquest of the evil empire. The streets are filled with citizens who brag that the empire would never dare attack them and would be easily defeated if it tried. This smug nationalism always fails to take into account the empire's new super weapon.
I can't think of any examples, but yeah.
Ba Sing Se from freaking Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
They had a giant drill.
Oh yeah.
Straight off of freaking Kamina.
Oh yeah, those fuckers. There's no way the Fire Nation will be able to penetrate this. They haven't been able to penetrate it in 100 years.
Surprise.
Surprise, we have a giant drill. Fuck. Anyway, number 50 is the short attention span rule. All bookshelves contain exactly one book, which only has enough text to fill up a half a page.
Looking at you, Pokemon.
Looking at you, every RPG ever made.
Looking at you, Fable.
51.
The Planet of the Apes rule. All cities and countries have ancestors that were wiped out by their technological advances.
Okay.
I think Mass Effect 3 tried to do something like that, but they failed so hard.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think we should keep going until we at least reach 100. Then we'll just do a part 2 eventually. So anyway, number 52 is the insomnia rule. A free stay at the inn is never really free. Expect to be woken up in the middle of the night for a mandatory plot event. Aww.
That's like the intro to freaking Link to the Past.
True. Well, Link to the Past, weren't you living with your uncle?
Still, you're woken up in the middle of the night for a mandatory plot event.
Well, yeah. So anyway, number 53 is...
The bling bling thing, or the lemon rule. No matter how much money and treasure you acquire, the greedy member of your party will never be satisfied and won't stop griping about the story state of the party's finances.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's like Cowboy Bebop. That's the only example I could think of.
Yeah. Actually? Oh yeah, pretty much. Anyway, number 54 is, I don't like gears or fighting. There are always giant robots. Always.
Freaking...
Final Fantasy with the weapons.
But giant robots. Think about giant robots.
Yeah, the
Emerald. That's only Final Fantasy 6.
Emerald weapon, diamond weapon. Those ring a bell? You know, those fuckers.
Or how about the thing from 13?
I don't even remember 13, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't deny it didn't happen.
Well, I don't remember. I don't even think I got to that part in 13.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Anyway, number 55 is Houdini's postulate.
Anyone, whether they are in the player's party or not, who is placed in any kind of prison, fortress, cell, or detention block will escape immediately. Party members will be freed either by a small child they just happened to befriend earlier in the day, or by an unexpected disaster that overcomes the enemy base. NPCs will be freed by the released party members, and the villains will break out all by themselves because they're such badasses. Once a person has escaped from jail, no attempt will be made by the police to recapture them in the future.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, number 56 is Siegfried's contradiction. Just because someone is weird doesn't mean they're important. Yeah, true. I mean, yeah. Okay. I can't think of any examples, but yeah. There's a lot of weird characters in RPGs that aren't really important to the main plot. Number 57?
The natural monopoly rule. No city will have more than 2 shops, unless it descriptions the story that there be 100 vendors, which you must visit in order. See, you always travel in the right circles. All of these shops will sell the same goods for the same price.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember a game where there was 100 vendors that will sell the same thing that you must visit in order.
Tales of Zillia comes to mind. Anyway, 58, but they don't take American Express. Every merchant in the world, even those living in far-off villages or hidden floating cities cut off from the outside world, even those speaking different languages are entirely different species, accepts the same currency.
That's like the air temple in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, aren't you guys from a different area entirely from the world below? Why do you accept the same kind of money that we do?
How do you even get the same money?
How do you even get the same money?
How do you get the items? How do you get the items in the air temple? 1, who do you think is gonna go to the air temple? 2, how do you think they're even gonna make a profit? 3.
Fuck, I don't know.
Was it in the prophecy?
Yes. The legendary prophecy said that people would come eventually to give us money for sure shit.
All they have to do is get shot up by a cannon. Totally safe.
Don't worry, you'll survive.
Look at them all. To the sky.
Anyway, number 59.
Apathy principle. Your group is the only bunch of people trying to save the world. All other would-be heroes will either join your party or else turn out to be the cowards and door content.
Huh, the world's in danger, guys. We gotta get like the government to work with us. No, they're not gonna do it for us. We gotta do this ourselves. Well,
Damn it, government! Why? I'm
why?
looking at you, Star Wars.
Damn it. Well, technically, it wasn't the government in Star Wars. Technically, the Empire by that time.
No, we're talking about the freaking prequel trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at you, Republic.
Durr. Okay. Well, anyway, the good, the bad, and the ugly rule. Any male character who is but ugly is wise no wonder perverse for sainthood yet. Okay. Any male character who has a physical disfiguration that doesn't seem to impede him has a scar or a bad eye, or unless he's the male lead, his scars are cool and badass. That can be cool as any hero. Any female character who is ugly or deformed, misshapen, is freaking evil. Since all good female characters are there to be potentially seduced with a male lead. Okay. I guess.
I think like the guy from 300 is an example, and any old witch. I think
Works. Okay, well, anyway, number 61.
the henchman quota, or the Nanasaki and Mio rule. One of your antagonists will have 3 lovably incompetent stooges whom you fight over and over again. Although they've trusted with their boss's most important plans and equipment, they will screw up repeatedly, argue incessantly amongst themselves, blab secret information, and generally only come out victorious when their job was to be a diversion or a delaying tactic. A high point of the game will come when the true villain reveals himself and you're able to convince the Stooges you're all on the same side. They won't help you out any more successfully than they help the antagonist, but at least you won't have to fight them anymore.
Mega Man Zero comes to mind with the 4 Guardians. I mean, they only played it when they only you fight them like for the first 2 games, and then the 3rd game they just killed them off like at the end. What to worry about fighting them.
Like freaking Team Rocket is an example.
I guess.
The side character for the Power Ranger series is an example. Freaking Vulcan Skull, technically, but they came out as heroes in the end.
I guess. Anyway, the 1,000.
Number 62.
The 1,000-year rule.
1,000 years ago.
The ancient evil returned to the savage land every 1,000 years on the dot. And the last time it showed up, which is about 999,000. Or wait, 999.9875 years ago. Despite their best efforts, heroes of the past were never able to do more than seal the evil away again for the future to deal with, which brings up the question, just how exactly does the sealing away work anyway, but never mind. The good news is that this time the evil will get destroyed permanently. The bad news is that you're the one who's going to have to do it. Fuck.
That's funny. Every 1,000 years, the great evil underneath will be released, and a hero will rise and defeat him. When you could have just trapped him and be like, "Hey, let's find a way to kill the guy."
Fuck yeah. Well,
wait, isn't the freaking Dragon Age Origins deal with this?
I think we killed the art. Well,
no, like it's a blight every 1,000 years or something like that.
Yes.
And like you don't stop it, but like you do stop it this time because you made sex with Morgan.
Yes.
Somehow.
Because sex saves the world.
It's either bone or die. I mean, like technically you can die, but like I just make Logain do it.
Or you could just bone Morgan yourself. Like that's what I do.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, you could still bone Morgan and still go back to that piece of ass Liliana.
I'm just saying.
And heck, you could even marry the queen if you wanted to. Which is still weird to me because it doesn't really serve any purpose whatsoever. But anyways, number 63 is the principle of narrative efficiency. If the main villain or the enemy you've been trying to kill most of the game before he summons the real main villain was ever defeated in the past by another group of adventurers, one of them will secretly be in your party, and one of them will be the hero's father. Okay. 64. Ayn Rand's Revenge. Outside the major cities, there is no government whatsoever. Of course, perhaps that explains why it's so difficult and dangerous to get anywhere but outside the major cities. Okay, well, I guess so.
Wait, where are we at?
65.
Oh. The first law of travel. Anything become a vehicle. Castles, cities, military academies, you name it. So don't be alarmed when the stones of the ancient fortress you are visiting shake underfoot and the whole thing lifts into the sky. As a corollary, anything is capable of flight if it would be cool. Aeronautics or even basic physics be damned.
Fuck yeah. Flying DeLorean? Anyway, 66. Second law of travel. There will be only one of any non-trivial type of vehicle in the entire world. That's only one ocean-capable steamboat, only one airship, and so forth. Massive facilities will have been constructed all over the world to service this one vehicle.
I mean, like, come on. It's the way of the future.
Way of the future.
Future.
Future. Okay, it's...
Future.
Okay, 67.
Future.
67.
Where are we at?
67.
Okay. The third law of travel. The only way to travel by land between different areas of a continent will always be through a single narrow pass in a range of otherwise impenetrable mountains. Usually a palace or monastery will have been constructed in the past, entirely filling it so that all intercontinental traffic is apparently required to abandon their vehicles and go on foot upstairs and through the barracks, library, and throne room to get to the other side. This may explain why most people just stay at home. In some cases, a cave or underground tunnel may be substituted for the palace or monastery, but it will still be just as inconvenient with the added bonuses of cave-ins and nonsensical elevator puzzles.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I need to see that.
Well, anyway, 68 is there's this fourth law of travel. 3 out of every 4 vehicles you ride on will eventually sink, derail, or crash in some spectacular manner. Okay. I guess you'll always get new vehicles.
The fifth law of travel. All vehicles can be driven or piloted by anyone. The main character just needs to find out where the bridge or steering wheel is, and he already knows how to control it.
Yay! So it's 670. The sixth law of travel. Nobody gets to own a cooler ride than you. If you ever see a cooler ride vehicle than you got now, at some point before you the game, you'll either take over this vehicle, gets to even bigger and better, or else see it destroyed in a glorious blaze.
Bravely Default, I think, happens.
Does it? I haven't played Bravely Default yet.
There's an airship, and then, I don't know, maybe it crashes. I don't know. The seventh law of travel. When on a voyage to another continent, the journey will only last as long as it takes you to talk to all the other passengers and the captain.
Yay! Pretty much. Pokemon comes to mind.
Maple Story, I think.
The St. Anne. You just talk to everyone in the St. Anne and do some quest, and yeah, your quest is over.
Whoops.
Anyway, 72 is the 8th law of travel. There are no shortcuts ever, unless you are forced to take them, in which case they will be much longer and more dangerous than the original route.
Damn it.
Fuck. Okay.
Hold on. Wait. I'm texting someone.
I'll just read the next one. Last law of travel. As has been described, you must endure great trials to get from town to town, locating different vehicles, operating ancient transport mechanisms, and evading military blockades. The list goes on, but that's just you. Every other character in the game seems to have no trouble getting to any place in the world at a moment's notice.
That's freaking Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Exactly. Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, 74 is if you meet the Buddha at a random encounter, kill him!
Wait, what?
When you're out of wandering around the world, you must kill everything you meet.
What?
People, animals, plants, insects, fire hydrants, small cottages, anything and everything. It just plan out to get you. And maybe because of your rampant kleptomania.
That's like only Earthbound. Earthbound's the only game where you have to fight a lamp.
Well, actually in Skyrim I kill the crap out of everything every time I'm out in the world.
That doesn't mean you're gonna kill a Buddha.
Well, that's what the rule's called.
Dang, unless it's like God of War, I think you can do that.
Kratos killing Buddha.
I mean, like, come on, I'd watch it. Press X.
God of War 4. Kratos goes
like-
after the other gods.
I mean, like, why not?
Kratos moves out of Olympus and goes to freaking China.
Ching chong ping ring.
Anyway, 75 is the law of numbers.
The law of numbers, there will only be several items or effects which depend on the numerical value of your hit points level, etc., which makes no sense unless the characters can see all the numbers in their world and find it perfectly normal that a spell only works on a monster whose level is a multiple of 5.
Okay?
What?
Sure, why not?
I don't get it.
Anyway, so, let's take it to numbers in the world. I guess it's for damage. Well, anyway, 76. Magical inequality theorem. In the course of your travels, you may find yourself useful sounding spells such as Petrify, Silence, and Instant Death. However, you will never end up using these spells in combat because all ordinary enemies can be killed with a few normal attacks, making fancy attacks unnecessary. All bosses and stronger than average monsters are immune to those effects, so there's no point in using them for long fights when they actually come in handy, and the spells usually don't work anyway. Yeah, pretty much. Those are...
That sucks.
Persona 4 comes to... Persona 3 and 4 come to mind with...
Unless you use Debilitate.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, that just puts her stats down a bit.
Hey, it's saying useful sounding spells. Debilitate freaking lowers our defenses,
Well,
lowers
that's not a useful sounding spell.
lowers our attack point.
Well, that's not a useful sounding spell. That is a useful spell.
It is. I'm just saying, it breaks this theorem.
I was thinking more of Mahamon or Mahmudon.
Oh, those? Yeah, those totally suck.
I mean, they can do instant kill the enemies, but once you go to a boss, it's like, nope, you can't do it.
I mean, like, why would you have it if it's not gonna work?
Granted, it's cool looking if it does work, but Anyway, number 77.
The magical inequality corollary. When the enemy uses Petrify, Silence, Instant Death, etc. spells on you, they will be 100% effective.
Fuckers. AI, fucking cheating AI.
I mean, like, if you want to play Dark Souls...
Actually, you know what? Pokemon comes to mind. You know, Hypnosis, every time you use it, oh, no, it's not going to work. But every time the computer uses it, oh, it's always going to fucking work.
Or it works and it only lasts for, like, 1 turn.
Oh, yeah, but if they do it on you, it's like, oh, it lasts for, like, 5 turns. It's like, fuck.
Dicks.
Anyway, number 78 is the Pretty Line Syndrome, or Crash Bandicoot, the RPG.
Wait, what?
Seen in most modern RPGs, the key to completing your quest is to walk forward in a straight line for 50 hours, stopping along the line, way to look at, kill, and or have meaningful conversation with various pretty things.
Okay.
Number 79.
The xenobiology rule. The predatory species of the world will include representatives of all the following: giant spiders, giant scorpions, giant snakes, giant beetles, wolves, squid, fish that float in midair, gargoyles, golems, carnivorous plants, chimeras, griffins, cockatrices, okay, hydras, minotaurs, burrowing things with big claws, things that can paralyze you, things that can put you to sleep, things that can petrify you, at least 20 different creatures with poisonous tentacles, and dragons. Always dragons.
Because dragons have to be in almost every RPG, right?
I mean, like, come on. Dragon Age.
Yeah. What?
Skyrim.
Well, yeah, for a game called Dragon Age, it was only like, what, 2 dragons you could fight?
Hey, this must be really, really powerful.
Well, Skyrim disproves your theory, because we just beat the shit out of them.
Shit.
We just beat the shit out of them just by whacking our sword with them a few times, and they're dead.
Whack.
Unless you use the mod that people have been providing, thank God, to make the dragons a lot tougher.
Whack.
And do more things to you, jeez. Anyway, number 80 is the friendly fire principle, or the Final Fantasy Tactics rule. Any attack that can target both allies and enemies will hit half of your allies and none of your enemies.
That just means you suck.
Exactly.
This isn't a cliche, that just means you suck. Okay, number 81. Dungeon Design 101. There's always goodies hidden behind a waterfall.
Naturally. Okay, number Dungeon Design 102. When you're confronted by 2 doors, the closer one will be locked and its key will be hidden behind the farther away one. Okay.
Dungeon design number 103, or a wallpaper warning. Your progress through a dungeon will be indicated by a sudden change in decor, different wall color, different torches on the walls, etc.
Okay. Dungeon Design 201, or the interior decorators anticipating your out-of-body experience. Most dungeons will include hidden passages which are nearly impossible to see from a bird's eye view, yet would be blaringly obvious from the party's perspective.
Either that or you just look on game facts for it. Alright, number 85, dungeon design number 301. All puzzles in RPG dungeons can be sorted into one of the following types. Finding some small item and sticking it into a slot, pushing blocks, rock statues, out the switches, pulling switches or levers to open and close doors, learning the correct order position of a group of objects, entering a certain combination of doors, something involving a clock or an elevator, something that is unsolvable because a vital clue in the dungeon was mistranslated out of Japanese.
Wait, the 86. Wait, that was a load-bearing boss? Defeating a dungeon's boss creature will frequently cause a dungeon to collapse, which is not typical because it does make for a thrilling escape scenes.
Looking at you, Jade Empire.
Number 87. Supply and demand axiom. Killing a powerful enemy will usually yield an item or weapon that would have been extremely useful if you had gotten it before killing the enemy. Yes, very much so, yes. Number 88. Edison's Lament. No switch is ever in the right position. Well, that about wraps it up. Number 89. That about wraps it up for God. All major deities, assuming they actually exist, and were just made up by the church to delude its followers, are really malevolent and will have to be destroyed. The only exception is the four nature spirits who have preserved the land since the time immemorial. But now, due to the folly of mankind, have lost virtually all their power and need you to accomplish some ludicrous tasks to serve them.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, anyway, number 90.
Guy in the street rule. No matter how fast you travel, members of world events always travel faster. When you get to anywhere, the people on the street are always talking about where you've been. The story of your past experience will spread even if no one witnesses or around to see them.
Okay. Number 91. Wherever you go, there they are. Wherever the characters go, the villains can always find them. Chances are they're asking the guy in the street, see above, but don't worry, despite being able to find the characters with ease anytime they want to, the bad guys never get rid of them by simply blowing up the tent or hotel they're spending the night in. Just think of it, the street dims, the peaceful going sleep now music plays, then boom, game over.
That's cheap.
Ha. Okay, number 92.
The figurehead rule. Wherever someone asks you a question to decide what to do, it's just to be polite. He or she will ask the question again and again until you answer correctly.
Yay. Yeah, number 3 of 93. The put-in time rule. The average passerby will always say the same thing no matter how many times you talk to them, and they certainly won't clarify any of the vaguely worded warnings or cryptic half-sentences they threw at you the previous time.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Fuck!
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. What are you talking about? It's dangerous to go alone. Just take this.
Just take it! Take it now! Okay, anyway, number 94.
4. Franklin Covey was wrong. Sticking to the task at hand and going directly from place to place and goal to goal is always a bad idea. It may even prevent it'd be dialing around, completing side quests, and giving money to derelicts that you come into your real power.
Okay. I can't think of any situation that's happened, but okay. And number 95 is selective invulnerability principle. RPG characters are immune from such mundane hazards as intense heat, freezing cold, or poison gas, except when they're suddenly not. Surprise. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Shouldn't Tifa be freezing from freaking the wearing that skimpy ass outfit?
Making those.
Ah.
Number 96. I'm the NRA, the Billy Lee Black Wolf. Opposition to gun control is probably the only thing you could get all RPGs characters to agree on. Even deep religious faith and heartfelt pacifism can compete with the allure of guns.
Okay, number 97, the 3 females rule. There will always be either 1 or 3 female characters in the hero's party, no matter how many female characters there are.
False. Wait. Damn it, never mind.
So either 1 or 3 female. Well, actually, no. Persona had 1, 2, 3.
No, Persona had 3.
Why we don't count the scatter as a party member? We're not gonna count Rise or Fuka.
Okay, fine. It works.
So technically it would be like 4.
Freaking those scanner guys don't do anything.
But they scanned the enemy for weaknesses.
That's it.
Oh well, okay. They made Rise better in the Golden, where she could get all these awesome abilities.
No, that just makes her overpowered.
Hey, she could. At least she's more useful. Anyway, number 98.
Useful.
Number 98.
Alright, number 98. Experience not required. When the main character is forced to do something complex or dangerous task for the first time, even though he has never done it before, he will always be better than the oldest veteran.
Yeah.
Here, I need you to put these letters into the correct mailbox by throwing them all in it.
Excuse me. Well, fuck. Okay, anyway, number 9 is Law of Reverse Evolution, the Bowen Principle. Any ancient civilizations are inexplicably much more advanced than the current one.
I'm looking at you, Indiana Jones.
I'm looking at you almost everything. Why are ancient civilizations more advanced than our current civilization?
Because... reasons.
Okay.
Whatever. And finally, number 100, science magic equivalents of the Kaiten rule. Although mages specifically is the magic, and scientists specifically is technology, these skills are completely interchangeable. Freaking Final Fantasy 8 and 6, and I think Bravely Default, but hey guys, this is the end of our part 1 of the grand list of video game RPG cliches. Come back for part 2 for the rest.
Part 2 will probably come next week, guys, so we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.